I loved it that there was so many people there.
Yeah, I didn't expect how many people was going to be there. So I met a few people in Thurrock.
Yeah.
It was about 20 vans or something. Then we went to Brent Cross and the car park was full.
It was amazing.
I feel sorry for people that was doing their shopping in Tesco.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to stop there either. I reckon there might have to be another one.
Yeah.
Because people protest all the time. I don't think the government will just do it straight away. I think we'd have to keep doing
Make noise, make as much noise as we did then. A journalist from Spectator magazine, James Heale, posted, "There's a tradesman's protest currently taking place in Westminster, with cars and vans endlessly sounding their horns to protest the theft of trade tools. I'm now pro-theft of trade tools." But on the day of the protest, where we are actually trying to make a difference, and then you got James Heale from Spectator magazine. Well, I call him James Shithill.
Hello, welcome to
Off the Job!
Overtime, where there's banter and your stories shared. Please be warned, there may be some general explicit content. Hello everyone, we're back with another Overtime episode. This is episode 21. Just to warn you before we start, there might be a few rants from Pete.
Me?
This might be a rantable episode, I think, due to all the topics we've got to speak about.
I don't rant, Keiran. I don't know where you get this idea from, mate. I'm not a ranter. You know what I mean? I'm a lover, not a ranter.
But should we forget about our weekend and go straight into the
mate.
protest?
Yeah, people don't want to hear about our life. I don't even want to hear about my life at the moment. I don't want to repeat
There was something that I wanted to mention. I can't remember now, but yeah. So I went to the protest on Monday.
Yeah, you did. You know what? I had all full intention of going. Remember, I rang you last week and I said, Keiran, I just ain't going to be able to go. Number one, I'm skint. Number two, I had to get a boiler in on a job because the granite people were coming in on the Tuesday and I had to get this boiler in on the Monday. And I was gutted, absolutely gutted that I couldn't make the protest because number one, I just wanted to be there and support it. And number two, after seeing it, you think to yourself, one of them moments where you think to yourself, I wish I was there and experienced it.
They don't always happen again, but you got to put some things a priority, aren't they? You got to live.
Do you know what I mean? I loved it that there was so many people there. Which
I didn't expect how many people was going to be there. So I met a few people in Thurrock.
Yeah.
It was about 20 vans or something. Then we went to Brent Cross and the car park was full.
It was amazing.
I feel sorry for people that was doing their shopping in Tesco.
Yeah, mate, it was an amazing turnout. I think Trades United was such a great name for it because it really did emphasise that fact, didn't it? With
I don't think it's going to stop there either. I reckon there might have to be another one.
Yeah.
Because people protest all the time. I don't think the government will just do it straight away. I think we'd have to keep doing
Make noise, make as much noise as we did then, and then I'll definitely be on the next one. Don't you worry about that if they do another one.
I did think they could do just a walk-in one. People get a train to London.
Yeah.
And do that rather than drive around. We couldn't even, so when we was driving up, we didn't even get onto the Parliament Square the first time because we couldn't all fit on there. It was that blocked up. But then we managed to get round. So I think there was one organised blockage with the police, like they knew about it. Then we blocked it a second time and they said, like, you've got to go now, otherwise we're going to put enforcement on you.
Right.
But yeah, BBC were there on the tools, installed a show, running round.
Yeah.
It was a good.
I know it's brilliant. I mean, all hats off to Shreb for organising it.
Yeah.
I mean, and the people who supported him with being team leaders and all that, like the ball builders, PB Plummer, Danny Madden, and I can't remember who else was one of them. Somebody else was a team leader.
Tiff.
Yeah, and I think so. I can't remember, but they all dug in and put a shift in, didn't they? And
trying to work full time and then trying to organise that.
It was a massive achievement, I think, on everybody who went there, and everyone, well done. Take me out off to you.
Some people drove from like 3-4 hours.
I know.
There was a chippy guy. He was a good laugh. His name was Lewis. He come from Rugby. I think it took him like 3 hours or something like that to drive down.
No, that's commitment for you. And I mean, it makes me feel bad when you tell me that people actually come from that far, and I just couldn't get out of what I was doing. Do you know what I mean? But we've all got different things going on, etc. And so
it's a shame that the petition had to end because it got to like 65,000.
Do you know what? Right? Why does that? Why does that happen? Why does that?
I think it's a way of getting out of.
Yeah. Why is that? Why? Do you know what? Right? Why is that a case where a petition will not be recognised by a new government? Because all right, maybe the government have changed, but the fucking people haven't, have they? It's still the same people out there. So why does a petition get swept under the carpet when there's a general election? Because the problem's still out there. Nothing's changed out here. It might change in your fucking seat of fucking House of Commons and all that.
I told you Ranty Pete was coming.
No, but it winds me up because a lot of effort has been put into that petition.
It's so bad.
And that is why the protest was so much more important, because they've been told that the petition is closed now and it will get archived and you can. But
do you reckon it should be done again, the petition?
I mean,
set it up again.
I mean, if we set it up again and put it out there again, but are you going to get that response? It's like somebody said the other day. They said if I don't know, if an MP or just somebody threw a cat in a bin, there'd be a petition to try and get said person. Yeah, you'd get 4 or 5 million people.
There was a guy standing there just on his own with bottles over his head. He had like a bit of wood or bottles hanging down. Bottles hanging from his trousers, protesting about plastic bottles going into the sea and stuff. Literally just standing there randomly on his own. Crazy. But
the thing is, it's if it don't affect you, then it don't matter, does it? Do you know what I mean? It's like the general public are blissfully unaware of what the actual trades community have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. With anxiety.
People don't realise the damage it does. Like the general public, so many people come up to you and ask in the van.
But you would think they would, because
no, they don't. If you're not in the industry, you're not going to know.
But the general public have tradesmen around their houses.
Yeah, but you don't go to your customers and tell them about it.
But this is why I say I make jokes about it. I had the rant about parking on driveways, and I've made another one yesterday about it, a more polite version, but in the end I couldn't help myself. If you are somebody who's having a tradesman work at your house, would be nice for you to move your car onto the road, just so the tradesman can park his van on a drive and not have that. That's not to say it won't get robbed still, but the deterrent is there for it being on the drive, being close to the house, as opposed to being around the corner where he can't see it. Yeah. It would just be nice. But when I put that on, I'll get comments from the general public saying, it's my drive, I've paid for my house.
Said that?
Yeah, people have said, it's my drive, I paid for that. Why should I put my car on?
Nicked, their job ain't getting done, is it?
Do you know what I mean? It's like your car is less likely to get robbed on the road than my van. Well, not necessarily my van, because people look at my van and think, poor sod, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know fucking
meat. I don't want to need a tetanus before I get in there, mate. But it's more likely to get robbed a van on the road as opposed to a car, isn't it?
Still bloody do it on the drive. See that video?
What one? Oh, yeah. They still do it on the drive, yeah.
Crazy.
Hello, you wonderful listeners and watchers. Just pumping the brakes on this exciting episode to let you know about Keiran's app that's changing the game in the gas certificate world.
If you're sick and tired of doing gas certificates on paper, then Gas Certificate app is your way forward. But it wouldn't be an app worth talking about if that's it. With no hassle, you can manage your diaries, invoices and quotes for all your jobs, so you'll never be chasing paperwork again.
Don't forget those boiler manuals. I can tell you how many times I've been looking at a boiler and thinking, what the? Thankfully, the in-app boiler manuals have saved me and got me out of quite the pinch.
If it's helped Pete here, then Gas Certificate app will definitely help you, especially with its easy-to-use gas reg calculator and the extremely handy ability to duplicate certs. Brilliant for when you're doing your annual services on previous jobs.
And for the icing on the cake, it has a complete offline mode. So if you're on a job in the middle of nowhere or servicing a boiler in the basement of a building with no signal, you've still got access to everything the app has to offer to keep you working hard.
So click the link down below or in the description. Use the code POD30 to get 30% off yearly subscriptions. That's for all new users. That's POD30 for 30% off our yearly subscriptions for new users.
Yeah.
All daylight.
It's just thingy. And then so what we oh yeah. Do we attach this thing here then to this?
Yeah, I didn't actually know about this. You just brought
I
this
see
up.
it this morning. A journalist from Spectator magazine, James Heale, posted, "There's a tradesman's protest currently taking place in Westminster, with cars and vans endlessly sounding their horns to protest the theft of trade tools. In unrelated news, I'm now pro-theft of trade tools."
Why would you say
Why
that?
would you say that? Is this guy an MP as well? Or is he just a journalist?
Journalist.
He's a journalist. Why would you say that? You're a journalist.
Do you reckon he's trying to get like, I don't know.
No, he's trying to be funny. Yeah, he's trying to be funny. And like, all right, it might be...
What is Spectator magazine anyway?
I don't
Never
know.
heard of it.
Never heard of it either. Who's Spectator magazine? But
These-
James Heale, why would you say something like that on something that is really... All right, you could call it dark humour.
He didn't give a
from their
reason why, though.
perspective.
He hasn't gave a reason why.
He's done it as a joke, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's done it as a joke. But, you
Just
know,
'cause people,
I to be fair, I have a go at people having dark humour. Do you know what I mean? But on the day of the protest, where we are actually trying to make a difference, where we're trying to make a difference,
get these clowns.
you get a clown come and say that who has nothing to do with it, nothing to do, who has no fucking knowledge of what's going on and how it's affecting people and how people are committing suicide through such things as tool theft, right? Because it happens, yeah. And then you got James Heale from Spectator magazine. Well, I call him James Shithill. You fucking mug.
James Shitterbury.
James Shithill. Yeah. If you see this, tag him in it. James Shithill from Spectator magazine. You're a mug.
Let's before we go on to that next topic, let's read out the protest comments that we've had.
Go on.
So we've got BB the engineer, top work on Monday, every man and woman who stormed the Capitol. Well done to the organisers. A lot of time went into that. Great podcast. Keep it, lads.
Yeah, cheers, Billy. Yeah. No, it's nice because Billy's been a victim of it twice.
Yeah, twice. In a short amount of time.
2 weeks, Billy was fucking subject to this fucking epidemic of crime that is just...
I don't know how I got away with it so long. When I was working in town, I used to work in all the places where they used to get robbed.
Yeah.
Maybe because I had a gold Belingo.
ADB Plumbing and Heating. What did Parliament do? Give a crime reference number. They won't do shit about it, and the police don't give a fuck about tool theft.
They ain't got the resource, but you have to keep pushing. I think you need to. If it's a guarantee with 100,000 signatures that you get a say, then I think that's the route to take again. Even though you'd have to restart it, but it's worth a try, isn't it? And keep and do another process during that time.
I mean, right, listen, right, if you're a tradesman, right, whether you believe it is going to work or not, a protest, right, just, if you think it's not going to work, is what I'm saying.
If everyone thought that, nothing would happen.
Exactly. Like, so, like, if you put in a negative comment on a post or something saying, "Oh, it'll never work. That won't change nothing."
I don't think it's been that. Like,
no, I'm not saying him, but it's just brought it to attention. Like that, I've had them comments from people. Some people have gone out of their way to DM me and say it won't work, won't make a difference, and I think to myself, right, that's your opinion, yeah. Just keep it to yourself, because if you're going around telling everyone that, why are you trying to influence people's opinions on something of negativity? We're trying to do something of positivity by push this and try and get it recognised that it is a problem. And you've obviously been a victim of this yourself, right? So, all right, you might not think it will work, but what? Just leave the negative comments out of this, because you're turning other people's heads to it thinking, oh, well, he might be right. Or, mate, we're trying to do something good about it, you know? So, not having a go at that guy who just said about it, but, you know, it just brought that to my head. But, right, go on.
We've got Jazz Plum and Heat, great work, but didn't you all have to pay congestion charge and also ULEZ charge for many, and none of the politicians are in Parliament Square?
Yeah, none of the politicians are in Parliament Square. But no, but it's making noise still, isn't it? Whatever way you look at it, it's making noise.
Look at all the news channels that covered it. It was on the TV and stuff.
Yeah, it did make some noise.
It's just such a shame that petition was closed.
Yeah.
Another 2 weeks, that could have made a difference. Is what it is.
Jazz, Plum and Heat, still great and makes people talk about it. Just a shame that you lined the government's pockets doing it. Well, you know, he's talking about the congestion charge. Yeah.
Next time I said we get a train up there.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But like, you know,
what can you do?
Everyone's paying it, isn't they? Everyone's paying it, right? What would happen if nobody paid it? If everybody just said one day, do you know what?
They're all going to get fined.
I'm not paying it. And they just went in every day. And everybody on this earth, everybody in this country who went into London just said, no, I'm not paying it. What could they do? What could they do? Are they going to jail everyone?
Oh, what you're talking if you didn't pay it?
Yeah,
they'll take you to court.
Just say, look, I ain't paying it.
Yeah, but you're going to get taken to court, then it's bailiffs.
But imagine if everyone just stood together and went, do you know what, we're not paying it. No, if everyone
was I thought you meant just us that went up there.
No,
everyone.
No, I mean everybody.
Yeah.
Just everybody who drives into London just went, no, we're not paying it. Everyone had the same
There were protests about that.
Oh, no, we ain't paying it.
For a whole month, no one paid congestion.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Do you know what they do? Put the taxes up to get the money back.
Probably.
People were trying to do that about bills when they were raising like energy prices, weren't they? There were a lot of people like saying,
don't pay it.
Don't pay it.
Yeah. But that's the thing. If everybody did stand together in that and did that sort of thing, then there wouldn't be a lot they could do about it. That's what people don't realise, you know. But we're all sheep. We all follow this code that we've got to do what they say.
Let's go into another government topic, which we couldn't cover last week. We didn't have time. But in here, people have been talking about the government announcement telling people to prep to be safe at home for 3 days following war concerns. You have 90 minutes before a nuclear bomb lands. What are you doing in that 90 minutes? And Rob has actually pulled up a news article this is Sky News. Britons should have 3 days worth of tin, food and water, government says. Yeah, but you get water from the tap, no? Yeah, scroll down, Robbie. How would you prepare for an emergency?
Bit dark, isn't it?
Does it tell you how to prepare? How crazy is this though? They're telling you to prepare for a nuclear war. Wind up torches.
It just reminds me of Rodney and Del Boy with the old nuclear shelter that they built on the side of a flat.
I think we should all move in this office. Have a bunker at the back.
Can we dig down?
Dig down.
We'll get some sheets of lead. We'll buy it. We won't nick it off a church roof or anything like that. You know what I mean? We ain't dodgy.
So they're saying wind up torches, tin meat, bottles of water are just some of the items the government are advising people to stock up on.
What is it? 90 what?
As it urges the public to prepare for emergencies.
What is the time?
90 minutes.
90 minutes. Didn't they used to say it was 3 minutes? They used to call it the 3-minute warning, but over the course of time, it is now actually added.
That's if they were to drop a bomb from a plane.
Oh, is it?
This is if they're shooting a missile from their...
From where?
From offshore.
So
offshore could be their country.
What, Jersey?
So this question could be funny. You have 90 minutes before a nuclear bomb lands. What are you going to do in that 90 minutes?
I'll knock one out quickly. I'm going to knock one out quickly. You don't want to go to a nuclear war.
How many times?
Bollock full, do you?
We should go down this.
You got to get that out of you. You know what I mean? Might make it a little bit more intense. You know what I mean? You've got a time limit on you.
What else have they said? People should, it suggests, also store non-perishable food that doesn't need cooking, such as tin. This is crazy stuff. Do you know what I think's mad is that World War
so we
II,
can live a bit longer, so we can like die of radiation when we have to go out and prolong it. Now,
when I think about wars,
I'm just gonna go straight out, put me sun cream on, and just go burn me. You know what I mean? Get a nice drop of tan before I go. You know?
What I think is mad about wars is World War II weren't that long ago. Like if we was born 30, 40 years earlier, we would have been in it.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
It's just crazy. So I wouldn't be surprised if there was another... The thing is with nuclear, it's a lot more dangerous now.
Yeah, do you know, when
I wouldn't be surprised if there was.
At school, my teacher used to go, is there going to be a World War III? Oh, no, there won't be a World War III. If there's a World War III, that'll be the end of the world. And you go, oh. You go, there'll never be a World War III. Oh, that's all right then.
What would you stock up? Forget what they say. Would you stock up?
I wouldn't. I would go out in my Speedos and sunbathe with a set of Ray-Bans on. Do you know what I mean? Just wait for that mushroom cloud.
Do you
to
reckon
descend
people have
on
actually
me.
gone out and done this?
Huh?
I reckon they haven't, they? Do you
What?
reckon people have gone out and prepped?
No, do you know what, right? If a nuclear war had hit London, right, in the surrounding areas, the windows would melt. So, like, you know, you're pretty much stuffed, didn't you? Why would you want to live after that is what I'm getting
Because
at.
when you look, like, the UK's small.
Yeah, no.
You don't realise you're actually on a small island.
I do realise. I've been here many years.
Yeah, but no, you don't look at it like that.
I know, I do.
You
I
know.
do. I always wonder why there's a water shortage because we live on an island. You know what I mean?
No, there's plenty of water around us.
Yeah, I know, but why we always got hosepipe bans and stuff like that? You know what I mean?
Because we don't see water coming out of the
Well, you know,
taps.
but like in countries like Dubai and places like that, they're desert, but they've not got any water shortages. They don't have hosepipe bans out there, do they? They don't, do they? They don't. Well, they have refineries now. Why have we got
What's
it over
wrong,
here?
Robbie? Tell me what you laughed
Why
at.
have we got refineries over here?
It's just the fact you said you don't realise we're on an island.
No, it's
What do you
madness,
mean
isn't
you
it?
don't
You
realise?
don't like. You
I
don't
didn't
feel
realise.
like.
I've been here 34 years and I never realised I was on an
Well,
island.
you could say Europe's a big island.
But Keiran just thinks of Ireland as a little mound of sand with a
Yeah,
palm
yeah.
tree. That's what he thinks.
That's what I think.
Two
yeah.
palm trees, if you're lucky, with a little you know.
But I can't see water either side of me now. So we're not on an island. That's got Robbie, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you know what? Right. He's not really that stupid. He's got a really good business in that, but like, you know, but
Oh, no,
some of
I
the-
didn't say something stupid. I
some
just
of the-
said you don't
some of the
realise.
things he said.
Oh, do seem
I don't
stupid.
realise they are a bit stupid. I mean, he doesn't realise we're on an island, but we live right next to the Thames estuary, yeah, with a bloody great bridge that we have to travel over. That would be
Then
a
you've got to
clue.
drive an hour, you're at bloody the other side, Hastings.
So
Should we move on?
he's going into geographical terms of Kent now. I don't know why.
Did you look into the national service that they're... I think it's I ain't got a clue about politics. Obviously, they're doing this new election. I try not to sound stupid. And the Conservatives want
Don't
to...
you just love the way Rishi Sunak says that we should bring back compulsory national service? What are you going to serve then, you prick? Are you going to...
That's what I was about to say and you interrupted, mate.
Oh, did I? Sorry. Go on. You carry on with your little... I didn't even know. My mind reader.
No,
see.
go on.
No, go
Yeah,
on.
that's what I was going to say. They're looking at... Bringing back, was it even a thing?
Yeah, of course it was.
What, national service? Was it?
Post-war, mate. Yeah, people was like, after the war, there was they had national service.
I wonder why they took it away.
Why? Because
So you had to do it?
you had to do
From
it.
at a
Yeah,
certain
it was
age.
compulsory. You had to do it.
And
Yeah.
they took it away. I'm shocked
Yeah.
that they took it
I
away.
mean, they should have kept it. They should have kept it.
Nah,
What do you mean, no?
fuck that. I don't want to go in the
Mate,
army.
You should, just because look
I know
at
you're
the
going to say
state-
good
mate,
discipline, but you can learn good discipline in other things.
No, you look at the state of the country now, mate. If they'd have had national service, mate, it wouldn't be in the state it's in now. They'd have
Suppose there'd be
carried it
more,
out.
yeah, but what would you do with them people? How's it going to make it better by doing national service? They're just going to sit in their digs doing nothing.
I thoroughly disagree with the national service thing. And then I was on the...
Well, you would because you want to fucking
Well,
stay at home and have
and
your
then-
missus fucking look
Yeah.
after you.
Thanks. And then I was on the bus the other day and then like 20, 14-year-olds gone. And they were proper like giving it to the bus driver. And I thought, you know what?
Like
National
saying
service
that, it
might not
would
be a
help
bad
the
idea.
youth.
It's not a bad idea.
It
mate.
would help the
strain
youth.
some of
They've
these-
not got any. They've got no respect, right? Got no respect.
Yeah,
if you
bring
were in
it
a national
back.
service and you gobbed off to the fucking like
Yeah, imagine if all
to the
these
corporal
kids...
or whatever, they'd bash you up, mate.
Imagine if all these kids... That'd sort them right out.
I personally,
I agree
think,
with it
I
now.
personally think like the prisons are overcrowded, right? You got all this knife crime and everything, going on, right? Well, and they ain't got time to put them in national service. Put all them in national service as a punishment. Like
Put all the idiots.
You want to use weapons, yeah? You want to know how to use weapons or use
Yeah.
them properly in a constructive. Well, there ain't nothing constructive about weapons, is there? But if you want to use weapons, go in the national service and do 18 months in there, mate, and come out a different person.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I agree with it now. But the thing is, someone like your average person that's well behaved, it's sort of 2 years of your life gone.
Yeah, I know, but it's
And I know you can learn a lot from it.
Yeah, I know, but you, when you were a kid, you
It's
just
good
you
lessons in
told
that
us
2
you
years.
told us the other week that you're not going to send your kid to school.
Yeah,
Why not?
because a lot of the hours are wasted in school.
I know, but like kids have to go to school as a general consensus.
It's almost like a prison for kids.
All go, yeah, it is, because you know what it is. They're all training them into that way of life, that mindset
That's
of working
another thing,
for the man. But like, it's get
into their system. But that'd be interesting if they brought that back. I don't think I watched the news about it, and the guy that was asking him questions, the guy that was answering, he didn't really say much. It's like they didn't want to give too much away to say who is actually in power at the moment. I ain't got a clue about politics.
As in, who's our prime minister?
No, what party? Conservative. And who's going into? Has the election happened?
No.
Yeah, right. So the Conservatives are in charge of this island that we're on.
I don't care about politics, mate, because they all fucking lie anyway.
Of course they do.
But that's why I don't listen to it. I don't care about it.
You realise they're not lying about it being an island, though. We are actually on an island.
I didn't say we weren't. I said it doesn't feel like we're on an island.
Don't feel like we're
Where's
on
the
an
palm trees, Pete? Where's the coconuts? All right, before you start picking on me. Let's go on to some of our promos that we've done, some comments we got. The ballpark price customer promo, do you remember that? I don't remember that. The ballpark price. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's pretend we know about it.
Yeah, no, ballpark. No, that's what I was talking about when the geezer phoned me up and he said about like he wanted the ballpark price, and I said I can't do that over the phone, mate. Do you know what I mean?
So we've got at CP Carpentry 2022. The general public can be a pain, and when they are like that, 9 out of 10 of them ain't my kind of customers. Ha ha. Yeah, get rid of them.
Yeah, mine too.
Red flags.
Rory Skirfield, you're paying for an outcome, not the time. Customers who are like this get forgotten about. Yep.
That's a good way of saying it. Alfie Palmer, Pete's rants in the van on a Monday morning make the week.
Thank you. I'm glad you got positivity out of me. That's what I was saying the other week, right? Look, a lot of my
You
rants,
should have a rant day as well.
My rants are more for entertainment purposes. Do you know what I mean? They're not meant to bring anyone down, right?
But they are actual rants.
A lot of them are actual rants, yeah.
Because you'll be ranting, you'll be like, I'm gonna.
But I'm ranting on behalf of like the plumber, the tradesman, like that. Everyone wants to have a rant every now and then, and people who don't want to have a rant like to hear my rants because a lot of them are thinking the same thing. You know what I mean?
Good God, not feel this. The 80 to 20 paradigm. What's that say?
Tell him, Robbie.
Paradigm. Feel this. The 80 to 20 paradigm. How'd you say that?
Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
Do you know how to say that?
Siri, hey Siri, what does PARADIGM spell?
Serious shit.
Oh, then it wasn't turned up. Hey Siri, what does PARADIGM spell?
Paradigm.
Paradigm.
A-R.
I did say that second.
D-I.
Do you know that, Robbie?
That spells paradigm.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us?
He's Googling it. What is paradigm?
I was trying to find what word you was on about.
What is
Google
paradigm?
pronunciation of paradigm.
What does paradigm mean?
I don't know what it means.
See, look, I'm not the only stupid one here.
No, I didn't know either. I'll admit it, mate. I was going to say paradigm.
That's what I said, paradigm.
Thickest podcasters out there.
Have you heard of... Oh, you wouldn't know. Do you know Heale?
80 to 20 paradigm, you get 80% of your problems from clients.
Remember, you got to read it to everyone, not yourself.
I would say, mate...
No, you need to read it out loud because people can hear. You just mumbled to yourself.
Oh, feel this. The 80 to 20 paradigm, you get 80% of your problems from 20% of your clients. This customer is a 20% error. I do my best to avoid at all costs, but sometimes you don't know till you're balls deep.
That's a great feeling.
I think my friend who wrote that is too bright to be a tradesman.
Yeah. Good God, not. Yeah, what trade is he in? Then we got RT Renovations Limited. Hear me out, mate. Give him an estimate based on the worst case scenario. Clearly state that this is not a quotation and the price is subject to change upon further inspection. Then quote for the job. If they're okay with a ballpark figure, it helps weed out the time wasters. Get rid of the time wasters. Then we got
Right, do plumbers like their jobs promo? Oh yeah,
to you.
that's. I got slated on here, didn't I?
Did ya?
I got slated on that. Axiom.
My dad said something about
What's
that,
that?
actually.
Axiom theory.
Yeah.
I'm a bit paranoid about how I'm saying words now. I'd rather. Can't even say a normal word. I'd rather drink a gallon of old man spit sometimes. Other times I'm up for it. My old man was a plumbing central heating engineer. Mate, a job I'm on at the moment, that's exactly the way I feel. That's exactly the way I feel.
At Cedric Tudge. Yeah, but you lot get paid
What
when.
are you laughing at?
I don't know. I thought of fudge. Sorry, mate, I'm not taking the mick out of your name. At Cedric Tudge, yeah, but you lot get paid wedge. Try being a decorator, proper decorator, not a new build monkey. Deal with restoration work. The amount of dust and fumes I've inhaled, I ain't gonna make old bones. Knees, fingers, shoulders, wrists, elbows, neck. Fucked already at 46. I nearly sung that song then. What's it? Head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Head,
Shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes, and ears and mouth and nose.
They're all fucked because I'm a tradie. I'm a tradie.
Go on the next one.
Claymore Plumbing and Heating. The thing about this trade is any good days you have are usually offset by some I don't want to say that word, mate.
Just say shit.
Shit. Toilet that should take 1 hour but ends up being the whole day and it ruins your month almost. He's completely right. He's completely
Mate, you
right.
expect the job to be 2 hours. Is that one bolt or not? Something
that
takes you hours.
I said to you the other day, didn't I? It just feels as I'm really in the wrong game. A lot of people slated me for it, saying this bloke's a sausage. I've just thought to myself, why is Tyson Fury commenting? Do you know what I mean? Anyway, and they were saying like, I think they also said that I was stoned as well, didn't they?
Yeah, I thought they'd say I'm stoned, not you.
Yeah, I was like, what? How'd you get that
Robbie,
from
did
me?
they say he was stoned or was it me?
Why me? They
What,
said I was absolutely cooked.
Did he?
I was like,
sometimes
what?
you are a bit like
Yeah, but you know, but yeah, he's right. Like it just, do you know what? I am in the wrong game. People said you're in the wrong game. You should get out. I'm trying. I am trying. Or I'm trying to get out, right? Because it fills me with dread. It does. If somebody says to me, you got to change your radiator and move it from there to there, I'm like, ugh. Oh, I mean,
dreaded jobs.
I've got to drain down. I can't think of anything worse. And that's so bad. It's part of the job.
Yeah.
A draining
But the thing is, if you don't like it, you don't like it. You can't force yourself to like a job that
No, you can't. Because it's just like they said to me the other day, the boys said, I wish you'd start enjoying plumbing again. And I'm like, when you
enjoy it any day?
When you got a lot, yeah, some days. When
Exactly,
you got a lot going on, if you got a lot going on in your personal life, if you're trying to rebuild a business, do you know what I mean? Yeah, trying to rebuild something that you've not really got a passion for is hard. You know, it's frustrating, so frustrating. I said today, like, money is the worst thing. Yeah, it's the bearer and the root of all evil.
Don't get me started because I watched a program on that.
And lots of people will say, do you know what I mean? They'll say, money ain't everything, right? But generally speaking, them people who say that have not got money worries.
What?
They're people who are generally quite comfortable, or like they're getting on. They've got no debt. You know, they pay their bills every month without like worrying. They go out, have a few beers with their mates. I ain't worried about money. But when you ain't got it, and you have got a lot of bills and you have got a lot of debt, then it's sort of attached to your mental
money's
health.
evil. It's like, depends what you do with it, but a lot of people use it for power. But watch Dancing with the Devil and we speak about it next time.
Oh, right.
It's basically this guy it's a bit of a cult.
Was it a film or a documentary?
Documentary, so it's real. It's
Dance with
3
the Devil.
episodes, 3 hours long. We can go for it next week. It's
What's
interesting.
it on?
Netflix.
Oh, I have to get her to borrow her mum's one.
It is.
Get your mum to lend us the Netflix thing again.
It just shows you the power, like how much power people want. They just brainwash. Like this this child basically got taken away from their family. She disowned her family because she got brainwashed into like God and stuff like that. It's crazy stuff. I won't go into it now.
No,
if you get time,
I'll watch it. What's it called?
Dancing with the Devil.
Dancing with the Devil.
He basically sets up a management company and he basically gets all their money that they make.
Yeah, we said to talk about it next time.
All right, moving on. I Huckle Carpentry. Up at 5:30 the other day to do quotes as it was the only time I had in the day. Then sat in shit traffic to the timber yard, on site 40 minutes late, already stressed, lugged an entire van of tools and materials up to the loft room, which took over an hour and left me covered in sweat by the end of it. The client hadn't fully cleared out the space as promised. Set up a bench in an area not really big enough to work in. Didn't have lunch as I need to catch up. In the afternoon, my next job was cancelled, so I tried to move my schedule around. Later on, I got no from a quote as I'm too expensive. In the afternoon, the client came to watch for a bit and commented on how relaxing it must be to be a carpenter. Yeah, sure. Knocked off and sat in my van for 10 minutes as I was effed. Got home, did some paperwork, had my tea and managed a half-hour TV before falling asleep, but apparently all the trades are raking it in.
It's giving me anxiety.
That's a
just
bad
listening
day.
to that.
You got to go work after this.
I've got to go to work after this. I've got to finish off a job that I started the last 2 days. It's just like a pain in the backside. But I know exactly how he feels. Do you know
That's
what I mean?
why
Because,
tradespeople should earn good money because it's a bloody hard job.
yeah, and the fact that it doesn't matter what the job is in trades, does it? It doesn't matter what the job is. Like the customer will see it as like let's just say it's a basin swap. Yeah, it's only a basin swap. Well, hang on a minute. So off that van, I've got to have every tool going. I've got to have my drills, my screws, my plugs, my pipe, my benders, my solder kit, my general hand tools. Yeah, levels, everything you've got to do a bathroom install just to do a basin. And they won't let you park on the drive. And that's the annoying thing. Do you know what I mean? And that's why a little job can take so much longer just because of all the stuff, all the setup of it. You know what I mean? And that's why it's not like going to a job, doing the job at an office or whatever, or going to a place of work, getting on with a job and doing it. The physical implications of trade work it's on another level from anything else, unless you're a bloody MMA fighter, which you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's another like.
But like as all like one of them jobs where like dangerous jobs, do you know what I mean? And mentally challenging jobs,
yeah.
like a nurse or a firefighter, a police officer, or you know what I mean? When that's mentally taxing and that. But when you're talking
Their
about
shifts
like
as well,
day
like-
to day 9 to 5 jobs where people go to offices and that, not saying they haven't got their like thinking, but physically on your body, trades work is a killer.
Yeah, true.
Robbie's agreeing with us. Like he's never touched a screwdriver in his life.
No, fair play. He's
No, he's
more-
right. He's right.
He's better than Jack.
No, he is. Yeah.
Jack's a nightmare. That tape measure challenge. Did you see it?
No. What was that?
We done a tape measure challenge.
Shall we do the tape measure? I do a tape measure trick on Jack.
He's not here. He's gone on holiday.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
We'll do it on Robbie then. Right. Yeah.
We basically pulled out. Lois went round and said, "You've got to guess a certain amount of centimeters."
Mm.
And Jack's one was 30 centimeters.
Mm.
And he pulled it out, and it was like 3 centimeters. And he said, "No,
That doesn't bode well for Jack, does it?"
It was like 10. He's like, "Oh, I thought you said 30 mil, not 30 centimeters."
He's
After he got 30 centimeters, she literally just went like that, whack, and it was bang on.
Was it?
Yeah, I got 31, and then we did it again, and I got asked to get 26, and I think I landed on 28.
Oh, that gave me 46.
Doesn't bode well when you go longer, does it?
No, when you go less.
Or less, yeah.
Because Jack went less, so he's saying his penis is bigger.
His penis is bigger or smaller?
Bigger. Yeah, because if... that's
Yeah, you
confusing
messed
me.
it right
That.
If you think 4 inches is that long, right?
That's what I mean. So he's saying... Fuck knows, you've
Oh,
lost...
no, I've lost myself
Yeah,
now.
no, I
Cut
think
that
it
bit
is
out.
right.
If you think 6 inches
No,
is that
make
long...
Pete look stupid as well.
If you think 6 inches is that long, it don't bode well for you, does it?
No,
You know what I mean? Yeah?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're looking worried, Keiran. Do you think that's 6 inches?
Fucked up.
Do you think that's 6 inches?
No.
What do you think that's 6 inches?
Yeah. Right. So we asked. Not many people asked us questions. We tried this a couple of times. So we said ask Keiran and Pete a question. We got one from Insight TSB podcast. If you could have a superpower, but it had to be useless, what would it be?
A useless superpower.
I've got one. To look from one side of the island to the other.
A useless superpower. My useless superpower would be to. Oh, that's a really good question. My useless. I'd like to. I'd like to piss tea.
Not a bad one.
Because it's useless, isn't it? Because nobody's gonna want to drink it if they know. So it's not entirely useless to me, but I'd like to piss tea.
I'd like to eat chocolate and not put on weight.
Useless super. Well, that's not useless either. There isn't a.
It's not useless. It's
what
hard
is a useless superpower?
Because everything's useful in some way, isn't it?
I've got one.
Go on.
You can only go invisible. I can only go invisible if someone's pointing a flashlight on me. It's completely pointless, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, not if you're in a prison yard.
Oh, yeah, good point.
I think we need to get people. We need more. That'd be funny if people send us in their questions. Ask us a question. Get some funny comments from Pete and give me some general knowledge questions. So the question of the week was: which trade skill do you wish you learned earlier? Crookshank Plumbing put accounting and business management. Always a numbers guy. I couldn't think of anything worse.
Trade skill. Do you know what? I
have to do a bit of that. I'm business management.
Do you know what?
So I don't know why I said that.
Trade skill.
Great Scott Plumbing and Heating put plastering, so I don't have to wait on people that want to finish work at 3 every day.
Ooh. Was he having a pop at plasterers there, Scott, are you? You could learn plastering. You're not stupid. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that plasterers are stupid.
No, you need skill set. It takes a lot of practice, but it's not a bad... It's repetitive though, isn't it?
Yeah. But sometimes I just think to myself, right, would that be... Plasterers would be able to answer this. Like, we know the amount of stuff we have to turn up with. Well, if you have to turn up with a few bags of dust and water and a mixer and a trowel and a hawk, surely that's got to be there's less outlay on it.
You live in a simple, as long as you get the right work, because you can get shit work in anything.
Oh yeah, of course you can. There are some amazing plasterers out there. Yeah. I know some amazing plasterers. You know what I mean? Really good at. But I just think to myself, the outlay of what their expenses are, what is compared to ours, is a hell of a difference.
They earn good money.
They earn good money. They're still charging like what plumbers charge.
That's what I mean. All trades earn good money, and
you
it's
know,
like
there's plasterers out there who are more money than plumbers, and they're getting it. Yeah, but their VAT bill is going to be a lot lower than the plumber who's charging the same labour rate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, anyway,
and there's no right or wrong of what you should charge either. You'll get people commenting saying, "Oh, you should be charging this as a plumber." Well, why should I? I charge what I think's right for me and my customers.
Yeah, whatever lifestyle you want to live and whatever you need, and I can get why people say it, but at the end of the day, it's down to each individual, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
anyway, I'm doing this boiler change for 20 grand today, so I'll be set. But
we best let you get back to that, haven't we?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone, and
thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, this has been another episode of Off the Job Podcast.
Thanks for watching the show on YouTube or listening on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, and all other streaming platforms.
If it's your first time watching or not, make sure to subscribe below and follow us on all the big social media stuff like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
For our overtime show on Monday, send us in your stories and comments for it to be read out on the show. Send it in via email, direct message through our social media accounts, or WhatsApp us on 07457 406 259.
And we'll see you on the next episode.